Is this thing on? We got some battery. Not got too much charge here. Let's go into the war room. Yo, it's me from the future here. Welcome to the vlog, but let me zoom in because this is very... how do we do it? Center stage? Whoa, okay. Excuse the hair. Not looking its best. But here we are. Product vlog number 1. So here's what I wanted to do with this vlog. I wanted to make a bit more of a raw, authentic documentation of me building this product. Now I haven't started from day 1. So we're kind of starting like a couple of weeks into the journey. But I want to make some vlog style content, and I want to keep it low key. I'm not going to do any crazy editing or crazy production or have someone follow me around with a camera or anything like that. I've got this GoPro which I'm going to be doing a lot of filming on, and I'm going to be filming the good stuff, the bad stuff, the boring stuff. I'm going to make the videos probably quite long. I'm not going to edit them too heavily. Might be some boring parts, might be some weird parts, might be some wonderful parts. But yeah, that's just how we're going to roll. And yeah, so if you're interested, stick about. And if you're not, I'm also going to be posting some lovely other AI vibe coding content as well. So where do we start off this vlog? This is actually 2 weeks ahead. I haven't actually edited even the first week, so I'm like falling behind before I've even started, but we've just been doing a lot of hacking, so maybe it's a good excuse. So this product started out as like 6 products in 6 weeks challenge. But as I was building this product and as I was speaking to people about it, I was like, okay, I'm really bullish on this. So the way I describe this project at a high level is that it's a content ghostwriting service where you can basically put in content and get out a bunch of clips or short form content. And it started off as this huge idea where you put in like a video or a podcast and you get out like 10 different formats, 50 different clips. But I've since reduced it down into focusing more on Twitter or X. But you'll find out more about that in the vlog. I'll let that maybe unfold naturally. But yeah, this first week was where we're picking up, and this is where we're trying to launch our very first MVP. So I had a wager with a mate. So that's where we're jumping in. And hopefully you'll see soon that first version. And then you'll be able to see from there how we progress. So yeah, other than that, I might do some more of these filler things in the first episode. But yeah, we are jumping in. I'm not going to provide the whole context, but let's go. Don't know what that thing I was doing with my hands there was. Here we are, little cave, war room vibe. What we got here? Is that a nicotine gum? Who knows? Anyway, quick update. I've been doing some super sporadic filming. Sorry, I'm a bit ill. I've been doing some super sporadic filming over the last few weeks whilst building this content product. So I think I might be chopping this all together. But I want to start a bit of a weekly documentation. I think it'd be cool to do a weekly series. I'm a bit ill now. Have I even said that? I don't know, I'm a bit hectic right now. Anyway, I'm watching WWDC, which is pretty sweet, not seeing anything too impressive. But yeah, like I said, want to start doing some kind of product content vlogs. So we're also doing a bit of a content challenge with some of the guys that I used to work with. So trying to get that cadence up, posting daily, and I think here, getting that video going again. But quick little thing I've been working on here is a new generated tweets, super nice. Well, actually, I thought this was quite funny to see the difference here between what we started with this morning. And, you know, when you generate UIs with AI, they can get so messy. So you do want to pay attention to the polish, but balance it with actually making sure we're getting something out. What else? So what was my post today? What was my daily post on the content channel? I think I was just talking, and I'll go into this a bit more depth this week. But just talking about simplifying, reducing. As you saw in the other clips, I had this grand vision for this product. But yeah, reducing, just making sure that we nail that core flow, get the voice, get the authentic voice of people, and then generate a bunch of content from that. That's the aim so far. We're trying to get people testing this week, which will be sick. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, back to WWDC and to clean up some stuff in the product. But yeah, decent day, bit hectic, had some shit going on in the apartment. But we're there now. Spotlight update. That ship has sailed a long time ago with Raycast.
It also levels up.
Just cooking a bit of lunch, got a bit of pulled chicken, little sarnie, and obviously we've got the good stuff about this. But where can we put this camera? I'll put that there. Yeah, I was thinking about AI SEO. So obviously I've been around the block with the SEO stuff. And with SEO, there's always this undercurrent that you're trying to wrestle your way in there. You might not have the best product, but there are ways to look more favourable to Google. Which obviously Google's kind of, no, don't do that. But everyone does it. If you do have the best product, or if you think you have the best product, it's your duty to make sure that you're up there. So with AI SEO, a lot of people are talking about it. Surely LLMs are getting to the point, if not now, in 6 months, 18 months, whatever, where their recommendations are actually like, hey, yeah, here's the actual best product for that. But I guess maybe they don't know. Maybe they're like, all the stuff they're scraping is SEO stuff. So then how do they make their own decision? I guess eventually they'll be able to look at reviews and stuff. So if you say, oh, my Chick-fil-A source alternative is the best, and you buy loads of blog posts and loads of people, are saying that, there's going to be some people who are like, hey, like, we tried this thing, it's not very good, don't buy this source, you should buy this Chick-fil-A source alternative, or whatever. Weird example, but you get what I'm saying. Which, again, goes back to my thesis on product growth, SEO, whatever. Product, it all starts with the product. If you make the best product, you don't need to worry about AI, SEO, and how do we make sure we're in the best position. It's a balance, right? It's not one or the other, but I think growth marketers, over time, it's got harder and harder to jump your way up the ranks, I think. And will AI SEO be a thing? Is it the next big thing that all the marketing people on LinkedIn are talking about? I think so for now. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the space develops. That was my 2 cents. What's my summary? I'm not bullish on AI SEO. I'm bullish on just building the best bloody product we can do. And that's my 2 cents. Will I still do the best practices for AI SEO? And will I want to see where I am in AI SEO? Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, maybe it's just playing devil's advocate and seeing a lot of people. But a good friend of mine, JB, he's building a tool for this. Ahrefs have just launched their thing. I think right now there is a lot of demand for it because a lot of the traditional marketers are panicking and they want some sort of clarity, they want some context of how they're doing in the AI SEO rankings. But yeah, I think my point is more, what does the future of that look like? Is that an interesting take? Maybe you can see where I'm coming from. There's something to think about, and yeah, like I said, in theory, the AI should be able to just know which source is best for your chicken sandwich. And on that note, I'm going to enjoy this chicken sandwich. I'll catch you in a bit. Oh, it is Wednesday. We had a good day today. I'll show you the progress in a minute, but right now we've got a wager with our mate. 50 quid if I didn't get him the test product today. So we just had a nice little dinner, and you know what time it is. It's time to get over to him, but first I want to get something working, and I'll show you in a second. So I'm just grabbing my agent ID animation because it's working, and we've got it working with voice. Well, that's going a lot. We've got it working right now. That this is just a demo. If I do this and then I speak, you see it kind of animates a bit. So I want the agent to animate the blob, because right now we've got the studio. It's really clunky, like it looks pretty bad. Before we had a camera here, so it looked alright, but now we've got this.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Which feels like, you know, we're in 2017. Hey, what's going on? Don't even know if that's going to work. Oh, that's good, isn't it? A good demo. Right, let's see if Cursor can whip something up. Sorry for the crop screen recording. I do manage to work it out later in OBS. But yeah, basically we're trying to get this blob working so that when we do our demo for the wager, it's looking nice and it's not just some static, horrible audio visualization. Anyway, while that's cooking away, let me show you what else we've got. So we've got a dashboard here. What I built today, and been back and forth about if I've done this in the wrong order, because I spent a lot of time working on this component, enter to save, AI edit, which is just a modal now, but before it was inline, super polished. And then I was like, okay, I need LinkedIn and Threads, which I added today. And for some reason, Sonnet in Cursor has just been a bit shit with the styling. Like you can see, this is nice and minimal. We didn't have this before, but it just like does some super clunky stuff, and it doesn't seem to think about it very well. I've been using V0 a lot, which has been really good, but you can see here, even the streaming in, like, I don't know why it couldn't just look at the tweets, but we've got that working. That's the main thing. So we can post these. We can post a thread now. We can post tweets. I haven't connected LinkedIn API, but we're cooking on gas here. So we've got 3 streams of content here from voice, which is pretty cool. What else? We've got AI edit, and we've got regenerate. So you can regenerate all tweets or just post. So I'm not losing 50 quid because the core flow is there. Let's see if we can get Blob working quick. Let's see if it's done. Not quite. And I don't know why my studio is not working. Maybe it's because OBS is using the mic. Anyway, we'll check back in a bit. Peace. Alright, we're back pretty soon after and we're kicking on gas. This looks awful right now, but give it a second. Because we have got the agent working with our 3D blob, which means we're pretty close. And I don't know whether to bring the studio logic into this page or bring this page into the studio. Might be better to just bring some of the logic. Here my hay fever is not ideal. Let's see here. Okay, so ideally it should be like morphing intensity right down. We want that to be smooth. Like that, smooth. Wireframe's pretty cool. So it should go not speaking. So then when the AI is speaking, it should increase speed and increase morphing a little bit. So it's like alive. So let's see what we got now.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Hey man, what's going on? So you can see here, it's crazy.
What's crazy? What are you seeing?
Your blob is alive, but it's very hectic.
Wait, what do you mean my blob is alive? What kind of blob are we talking about here?
Okay, we're in the right ballpark. Don't worry.
Hold on, I'm not following. You said my blob is alive and hectic. What?
Yo! Okay, we've done it. We've done it. I mean, we had it working, but we got the blob working now. Pretty decent. Let's just run npm build. Let's see if we can push this and get him a link. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get do it on Twitter and drop him the link, and maybe we'll even get a few other sign-ups there as well. That'd be funny. Nothing like a good deadline to get things over the line. Flo, I'm a man of my word. Unfortunately, I'm keeping that $50 today, or 50 quid, should I say. Anyway, let's go through now and sign up quickly, and then you can follow along. This is just to show you that we are not messing about here. Okay, so we're signed in. We're going to go to this page. Ignore that. What we're going to want to do is go to dashboard, and we're going to see that. Is my camera slanted a bit? Yeah, it's slanted loads, isn't it? Better. Ready to create, start new session. Yes, I am ready to create. So we're going to go into the studio page, and here we go, macro studio beta. Bit of a name tease there. So let's start chatting with macro. Allow.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Hey, I'm just making a quick video to send to Flo that I'm using this app, and unfortunately, I'll be keeping the £50 today.
So you're dealing with Flo about keeping some money? What's the situation there? Is this like a refund thing or something else entirely?
Nah, it's a deadline thing. You know, there's nothing like a good deadline to get this over the line. So we had a bit of an agreement. I get this app over to him today for testing, or I send him £50. So that's where we're at.
That's a clever accountability hack. So you're basically paying the penalty because you didn't hit the deadline? How's that working out for you?
Well, no, you got it wrong, because we did hit the deadline. We did.
Oh wait, I totally misread that. So you're keeping the £50 because you did deliver on?
Yeah, I delivered. Basically, you'll be using this to have a chat about what you're working on. It's going to ask you some questions. It's going to dig into, what you're talking about. It's going to take interest. That's what I've told it to do anyway. Whether it does it or not, as you know, it's a bit of a test app at the moment, so go easy on it. But yeah, that's the long and short of it.
Nice. So this is the app you built. I'm actually the thing you delivered to Flo. That's pretty cool that you hit your deadline. What made you think of...
Right, so we'll finish that conversation and excuse the weird dark theme vibe we got going on. Like I said, it's a bit patchy. But anyway, we're going to see here that our tweets are streaming in. So we've got tweets here, nothing like a good deadline to get things over the line. So this is taking the conversation that we had here, and we can see the transcript. Again, that bit's powered by 11 Labs, which is nice. And we've got blob chat just because we've just added in that blob animation, so why not have a nod to that. And what we can also do is we've got our LinkedIn and threads here as well. Looks like we haven't got our Twitter threads just yet. Still cooking on the factory line. But we've got our LinkedIn posts, and we can, for all this stuff, we can easily click in, edit them. Yo, this is a quick edit. And we can also do an AI edit. So we want to say, you know what, just built a conversational AI. You know, it needs to sound like a pirate. Make it sound like a pirate. And just to show you, oh no, what's going on here? AI edit is apparently make it sound like a pirate. There we go. We sound like a pirate. We thought we had a bug, just a little hiccup. Cool, and we can do the same for that, and we should have our threads. No, we don't have them yet, but let's see, maybe there's a bit of a blockage there. Right, well, looks like we got a bout of demo luck here, and our threads aren't quite being cooked up fully, but that's a quick demo for you, Flo. You can go and you can have a conversation, you can get some tweets, you can get some LinkedIn posts. You might not have your threads just tonight, but there's the app for you to test. Let me know how it goes. And hopefully, you know, try and keep that link to yourself. Hopefully no one else checks it out and signs up and gives it a spin. And worst case, if they do, hopefully they let me know what they think and how they got on. Sweet, catch you in a bit. Alright, so you might have seen the video there. Anyway, I sent it to Flo here. He's sending me some of his content and he's saying, brother. I couldn't tell if he was going to say shit, but he said he had a good conversation and hopefully get a good bit of feedback there. But anyway, we keep our £50. It was a good day. Did some good hacking tonight. It's 10:30. Hopefully watch a bit of YouTube now, wind down. But I'm going to post that video to Twitter anyway, just in case we have a couple of stragglers interested if we hit the £50 deadline. Nice. What a nice day, man. Finally, a good bit of weather. Man, it has been windy for so long. I mean, it still is a bit windy, you might be able to hear, but it's nice to come out here in a t-shirt and not be freezing. Didn't get too much sleep last night because I was pretty buzzing about getting it dropped. But yeah, I put up and got some really good feedback, as you might have seen. And yeah, my mate Alec, who works at 11 Labs, used to work with him at Veed. He used it. He gave some really good feedback. He's pumped for it. And yeah, was just feeling super excited. And this morning woke up to a good few notifications, a couple messages as well from people, which is really sick. Part of me's like, oh no, people are using it. And it's not as good as it could be. Their first impression isn't going to be the best, but I think that's always part of a V1, launching a V1. I don't think you're ever going to be at that place. And there's some super simple things I can do to clean up. Flo actually sent me a screenshot from someone, I don't know who, using it on their phone, and I'm like, oh no, not on their phone. But again, not a huge deal. But yeah, just pumped this morning to get cracking on it again. And pretty happy that I've been doing some filming this week. So yeah, I think let's make a little coffee and let's get back to it. Before we make the coffee, let's have a quick little look on the laptop and see if we got anything going. See how many accounts we got made. Maybe a few. I saw a bunch of names on there and then I saw they're all just my test emails. But I mean, literally I launched it at like 11 yesterday. It's like 8:30 now. So pretty good going. I've heard a few times already that people want to put meeting notes into and get content out of it. So that's interesting. I've heard that 3 times already. Anyway, coffee time. Yo, GM. One thing I do want to do is actually get some ideas and initial feedback from that very short test launch. So just going to add some notes here. One of the things that I wanted to add was different starting prompts. So like you come to the studio and then it's like, yo, what did you work on? Or what's on your mind? Or what's pissing you off? Or I don't know. Just so, like conversation starters. Those weren't good examples, but you know what I mean. So yeah, let's go have a look through some of the feedback I got in this short period of time. And yeah, keep getting those meat into content. I don't see the use case, but maybe. I just realised my OBS has been recording wrong on quite a few of these videos, so might have seen some questionable screen recordings. I thought I had it all down with OBS, but yeah, that's how she goes sometimes. I've got some beef with Claude Sonnet 4 and its design capabilities, so I've asked it to add a super clean mic selector on my studio page. So when you come, you can see, well, first of all, that the agent is connected and you can see your mic. And I said, can you make a subtle animation when there's noise? So it created this clunky, dark mix theme mode. Like, this is not very nice, is it? Same prompt for V0. Okay, it is on a clean project, but One shot's this. So one shot's a super nice little hover state. We've got a nice selector here, which is nice. We've got simulate the audio. Ooh, look at that. That's very nice. Sonnet 4, you're not cutting it, man. And it's a pain having to come into V0, take it into Cursor. I tried the Cursor API, tried the V0 API in Cursor, didn't really work. So anyone got any tips here, I'd appreciate it. Alec, last night you said you needed to see if the mic was working and if you were connected. Today we've shipped that this morning, so you can see here you've got a little agent connected sign, and you can see your mic pulsing. You can select the mic, and yeah. So hopefully,
Hey, what's on your
solves
mind?
your problem, man. Cheers.
Hello.
You're in the vlog, bro. What you got? What you want to say?
I just joined Alex's co-work. He's busy working on this sick app, which you should check out. Link down below.
You want to say anything to the audience, bro? You want to plug your product?
Yeah, where's this going?
It's on the YouTube channel, bro. Coming up to 500 subs. Very very active AI engaged audience. So
AI.
stage is yours, mate.
What sort of age range? Do I need to do some Gen Z jokes?
Just do whatever comes natural, bro.
Yeah, well, hello everyone. My name is Archie. And joined Alex today to do a bit of co-working. I'm working on my own startup with my main man, Jesse, over here. And we're building an AI landing page builder. So if you're a marketer, if you're just interested in building landing pages and you love AI, I'm your guy. And this guy.
Landing dots.
SO, bro.
Nice, bro. Good ad. Good ad read. Just send me.
I can send it to you if you want.
Yeah, go on, send it. Here's the thing. What I made the mistake of was like going super basic on the feature. Like it was just tweets. And then I made that like super nice. Like that was actually probably some of my best work. The V1 of tweets with the edit. Did you notice that the text input there was no layout shift. There was no swap of elements when you're in the edit state. Did you notice?
I didn't get to that bit, mate. It broke before. I feel like I did notice. I feel like I would have noticed if there was a layout shift. So,
But
good
then,
design not supposed to notice, bro. It should feel right.
yeah, there you go, bro. But then, when I did those other tabs, like Claude is like, it's like a really heavy hand, and it just goes through and fucks all the design up. Like it makes it work. So I think I made the mistake of adding polish a bit too early. Does that make sense? What's your take on that? You must have done the same. You must have had a version of your app that was like working fine, but it was like super polished. So where's the balance?
Yeah, I feel like you stripped back features like video and stuff because it was taking you too long. So with that,
Yeah.
in hindsight, you would have changed your your planning at the start, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So you're kind of going into it a bit blind because you don't know how complex things are going to be
Yeah.
at the
True.
moment.
It's crazy how such a simple flow can just. That's life, eh? If we had more time.
Yeah, that's what we'd say to you, bro, back at Veed. But you.
At this point, we were talking about the feature requests from meetings to content. 3 separate requests. Is it because everyone's drinking the granola train, the granola gravy? Why would you want to do that? Well, to be fair, our conversation from the pub the other day, that would be,
Yeah, but people wanted to always use clips with like webinars and stuff.
Yeah.
I know meetings are a bit different, but
Maybe it's because meetings are like real shit. So if you could, like, it's actually not a bad idea. It kind of fits into that authentic thesis, doesn't it?
yeah. People give their their real good stuff in a meeting. People like to sound cool at a meeting. How many tweets have you tweeted with your tool, bro?
Not enough, bro. To be brutally honest.
Because there's a lot coming from your end, but it's hard to know.
Here's the problem. Because I know right now it doesn't sound exactly like me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So actually, maybe to save my own problem, maybe I do need these are my tweets. This is how I tweet, and pass that.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be very hard for AI to sound like you.
Yeah.
Because you have a very interesting style of tweets.
What does that mean, bro?
It means you tweet like you speak.
I'm glad you say that. Because I've tried to do
Yeah,
that. Gonna give this browser MCP a go. It seems really daft constantly pasting in console logs. So what this is going to do is it basically connects to my console logs, so I can use that, which is pretty cool. Something's really slow on my laptop. Might be OBS. Okay, we might have got a bit distracted today and gone on a bit of a side quest. So V0, who can build the most fun CAPTCHA? I heard about Rauch's Doom CAPTCHA on My First Million. That was pretty sick. So I thought I'd give my own one a try, and we've got our mini golf free CAPTCHAs. So picture this: you've gone to verify you're a human, but no more selecting buses or staircases. Now you can play a quick game of mini golf to prove that you're human. So we've missed that one. That was a bad first shot. Oh, we missed the second one. Let's hope we can get in the third. Oh, we've missed it. Okay, so max 3 attempts. We've got to try that again. Let's see if we can get a hole in one. Very close. No cigar. There we go. Challenge complete. We've verified. We continue to do whatever we want to do. So there's my submission for the CAPTCHA challenge. Cheers. Morning. Lovely sunny day. Again. Bad sleep though. Maybe I'll stop working late. Friday today. So see what we can do. US Open's on, so we can be doing a lot of cursor, a lot of US Open. Maybe get around later. But last day of this weekly vlog thing that I'm trying. So I think I'll crack on with the edit next week and hopefully get it up on YouTube. Ah shit. Just fucking stabbed my foot. Let's get this coffee going again. It's not a great start today. Stubbed the toe and then did this. Tried to empty it in the bin. It was Friday the 13th, I later realised, which explains those morning antics. Alright, coffee's secured, finally. Let's go for the little plant pot cam. I want to do a video today about my cursor workflow. How I'm building, how I'm vibe coding, how I'm full stack vibing. Video about that. Is that the most impactful thing? Is that just another side quest like that golf game I made yesterday? If you haven't seen the golf game, I'll put a video now. To be fair, $1,000 in V0 credits would be pretty sick. On the product, I cleaned up and built some components in V0 for my session page, which is just a lot cleaner. Because when I built the threads and LinkedIn stuff, it just got super. Claude just fucked up the design basically. I'm actually pretty happy with my studio page. The blob actually worked out pretty good in the end. I think I could refine that at some point, but not now. What else? What else? There's so many things. Someone actually sent me a competitor this morning. Someone's vibe coding their voice to content thing. There's a lot of people in the space. Part of me thinks, oh, is it just it's a new thing everyone's building. Then the other part of me is actually pretty buzzing that so many people are going after this. And then there's like demand for them. People are using them. When I've worked on other stuff before and other people have had the same idea, I'm a bit annoyed about it. Not annoyed about it, I'm like a bit insecure about it, but now I'm actually like replying to people's tweets who I'm competing with. Yo, let's go, let's compete. Like, glad to be competing with you. So pretty sick. If anyone else wants to compete, let's go, let's run it up. Do the content tool, let's help people make better content, and let's try and fight this AI slop tidal wave that we've got on socials right now. VO3 just came out, to be fair. And what I find funny about VO3 is that all the AI generated content that's actually doing well on social is like vlogs of like Bigfoot and stuff, like vlogging, like I am now. I think it's what people want, like authentic content, so that's the thesis we're going for. Could I have just built a slop generator, a programmatic Minecraft speedrun, Reddit voice text-to-speech thing? Yeah. Will I do it? Never say never. I think being opinionated and having that authentic kind of point of view is a good thing, and it controls direction of the product. And you know, what things can I ship, what things can I build and design that makes it easier for people to put out authentic content. I think video is a natural thing once we've got voice working well, but I want to refine that first and have a really good workflow where I'm using that. Here's the other thing I think would be sick. No, we've got another plant cam here. What's the other thing I think would be sick? Slipped my mind whilst I was doing this cam thing, man. Damn. It'll come back. Yeah, I had a brainwave before bed last night, probably helps why. Probably explains partly why I had a bad night's sleep. Oh yeah, I know what I was going to say. So, a few things. We're really going to town here on this morning vlog. A lot of people talk about jobs to be done. There's a bunch of, it's quite a fluffy term, but essentially people want to create content so that they get more impressions, they get more engagement, they get more people coming to their profile, seeing what they're doing, following along with their builds. My product does its job when it helps people grow all those stats, all those engagements, help them sell more, whatever they're selling, or get sign-ups to their newsletter or whatever. I've been doing a lot of shit posting this week, just been pumped about my product, been posting a lot. And the more posts you do, the more engagement, the more profile visits, the more followers, like it does equate. So with my tool, I should be able to increase my volume, and anyone using my tool should be able to increase their volume substantially, which would then result in all those other benefits. So really when people are buying my tool or using my tool, it will be because they're basically buying a much easier way to put out a higher volume of content that is still authentic, that is not just programmatic slop. So that's really exciting, and to be able to do that for video as well, to be able to help people crush out a bunch of short form videos, again in their voice, is sick. On that point, the brainwave I had last night, how are people going to get to that point where if you're tweeting 20, 30, 40, 50 times a day, levels tweets 50 plus times a day on average. You don't get there by tweeting. With my product at the moment, you have a conversation, and then you have a conversation and about something and really dig into it, like it's a podcast about a deep dive. But it'd be weird if my Twitter was just like 20 tweets in a day about the same sort of topic. That would be weird. So what I'm thinking of having is like a quick fire session where you can come in, do like a quick fire session, like what are you working on today? What problems have you got? What do you need help with? What can you help people with today? Any cool tools you've used, you've seen? What are you up to today? What are you up to this weekend? Just, you know how like Facebook or Twitter had the what's on your mind prompt to start a new post? It's like that, but there's actually someone sitting there, like a ghostwriter. So if I was helping my mate out and saying, let's like plan 30 tweets today, tell me like, let's get things rolling. That's what I want to build into this workflow. And I think having the the deep dive workflow as well is good, because then you got both, and you can then get clips from the long form stuff, or maybe for like threads and LinkedIn posts. But I think the quick fire thing is going to really help get that volume up, keep it authentic, keep it fresh for people reading the content. And yeah, second thing that is important at the moment is tone of voice. Right now, the content out of the box is actually pretty good. We're using Sonnet 4, which is quite expensive actually, but it's good. Here's the thing, I've got that to sound how I see tweets, but people see them differently. So I think what I might need to do is, there's a couple of things I can do. Either allow people to prompt a system-wide prompt for their generation, or even better, and a really good onboarding is to get them to put in their Twitter and then scrape that, store that, get the tone of voice with the examples, and then whenever we generate content, it uses that as with the prompt, so they get content that is almost true to the way that they write. Combine that with the way they speak, could be on for a winner. That concludes our morning yap while we have this coffee. Man, this session page is so annoying. I just want to get it sorted now. I keep just falling into this. Let's make this. I need to stop doing that, man. I'm just dragging on now. I need to build some other features. I need to get the content looking super good. Just having some lunch now. I'm still feeling better, and like I said, I had a bit of a shit sleep, so today's not the best day to be doing shit. We've got a nice Coke here, sponsored by Coke. Cheers, Coke. But yeah, hopefully you should be able to get this done in a second. And again, like the threads, the thread component, simple, not easy. Proper hacker meal this, isn't it? Beef and rice, but it's a bodybuilder meal. Get a few sauces on there and happy days. Bit of cucumber maybe. V0 did a cracking job here with their new design update. I'll jump right in, but basically you can select elements and you have a lovely interface here where yes, you can chat and prompt, but more importantly, you can actually get quite a bit of control here, which is taking me back to the Webflow days of editing. And as you go through, you can see the updates in real time, so you can adjust all the spacing and a bunch of CSS properties, and you can adjust the structure. So let's say we want to do some change of flex direction here, so we can do that. We can change the spacing, we can delete stuff. Really love this direction. Honestly, this is a game changer for me. Like, I did learn the Tailwind way of doing things, changing things in the code editor, and yeah, it feels a bit clunky. It's not what I like. It feels like I'm kind of going back from where I was in Webflow when it comes to kind of refining UIs, and prompting and constantly saying, hey, can you change this and make it more like that, is horrible and a waste of credits. So yeah, super pumped about this, and you know, if they keep pushing this forward, it's going to be a game changer. Slowly crawling through still the Friday afternoon. I've just seen the V0 new design UI. It's very sick. I just made a video about it. Maybe I'll pop that in now. Alright, I'm getting rid of threads because I just can't be bothered to fix the formatting, so I just want to keep it simple. So threads, LinkedIn for now, and that's that for now. Sometimes you gotta get a bit creative when you're waiting for cursor. Not my best. That F chord, man, still not got that. I'm playing the cheats F. Right, let's see what we got here then. I'm written for the new page. So if we get this working, we might have a bit of time to actually do something new instead of messing with this page constantly, man. It's giving me nightmares. Right, let's see if this works. We'll restart that. And then come here, local host. Okay, start new session. Let's see what we got. Oh, give me a break, John. There we go. Don't know why it does that every now and then.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Yo, well, I'm just testing this out. I hope this works.
Cool. So you're kicking the tires on this.
Yeah, I'm kicking the tires. Okay, we've gone to Boss Generator. We're generating tweets. We've got clean-only tweets in LinkedIn. Come on. Yes. No. No. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. And I'm happy with this UI. So that's good. Just posting this tweet here. Always push the pod to Friday. We've just pushed that. And I'm falling asleep, but I'm going to try to get out now. Going for a little quick 9 holes, bit of practice. Where are we? Let's do a quick demo of where we're at. Feels like I've been working on that page for so long. But so we got a start session. We got a nice blob now. Start a chat.
Hey, what's on your mind?
Yo, just testing this out. I'm about to go and play some golf. Hopefully this all works for my end of week demo.
Nice. Golf sounds like a good break. What kind of demo are you prepping for? Is this something you've been working on for a while?
Well, it's for the weekly vlog, you know.
Oh, cool.
So now this page, I don't have it streaming in just for simplicity, but it's a much nicer, cleaner UI. It's going to generate tweets in LinkedIn. Threads is no longer here. I've got to keep that Rick Rubin quote in mind, that reduce. And then we're going to get the tweets. And then you can do nice edit. You've got a simple edit modal and you can regenerate. Oh, we need to remove that actually. And yeah, that is it. Dashboard, new session, view combo. Happy with that. Wasn't happy with the one we had before. So to me, that's a good end of the day. Okay, and that does wrap up the week. Happy to end it with finally getting that page out. Happy that I got rid of the threads. Let's go outside. We've missed the sunshine now, but it is what it is. I'm gonna put together this vlog on Monday, so I think I can edit the vlog. I can do a proper outro then, because right now I'm too tired. So until then, maybe I'll do a bit more coding later, but I might give it a rest honestly this evening. Over the weekend though, for sure. So to be fair, maybe I'll be yelling some more stuff from the weekend if we make some good progress. You know what I'm saying? Another early start. Need to get to sleep, so about golf today. Love to go for it. From the future again. This is where we discover Claude Code and we realised we could sort of get it in the terminal within Cursor. So we had a bit of a Saturday session here and a bit of work on the Sunday as well. So enjoy my first experiences with Claude Code, which by the way, now I'm running Claude Code full time. You'll see the progression over the next couple of weeks. Gosh. I always saw screenshots of Claude Code in like a separate terminal window, but I was like, okay, I may as well just do it in the terminal in the project. Then I can see, because it says like use it in the terminal and then you can use your code editor to see the diff. So I was like, I'll just use it here and then I'll just use it. And then I realized that I'm basically just using, this is basically just cursor chat down here. So when you start it, you learn the UI or how to like navigate it. And then asked it to create a phase plan. So it did that. And again, it's just like cursor chat, but it just feels a lot cleaner and snappier. And I guess it's probably, is it more powerful? Maybe, who knows? So it could do this. And there are like keywords you can use to make it like think more, But anyway, it just starts to crunch through the changes again, like cursor chat would do. Shows you tokens, and you've got if you shift tab, you've got like plan mode where it won't edit. It will like think about what it's doing, and then auto accept edits on. But I mean, you get the picture. It's crunching away. We'll report back. Let's see if we can design. So Claude Code and I, we've got our first feature shipped here. So in the dashboard, you come up to settings and tone. Here you can add different tones or just train your tone of voice. Right now it's just basic text prompts. And yes, I did actually type this in, believe it or not. So let's say I love to sound like a pirate on LinkedIn for whatever reason. So I add that tone, and then in my generated tweets, here are these tweets here, and I can regenerate, and I can select that default profile that we just made and say make it shorter and sound like me. Well, hopefully you shouldn't have to say sound like me. It should just take that style, pass it to the API call or the LLM call, and then we'll get our tweets that sound just like a pirate shipping me timbers there. So there you have it. Enjoy. All right, well, it's Saturday today, so I didn't think we'd be doing some hacking. We had a bad round of golf this morning, but we've been having a good afternoon. We've got the US Open on. We're using Claude code, which is insane, and we've just been grilling up a little steak on the balcony, a little bit of Wagyu. Living good on this ramen diet. Well, I say ramen diet. We're not even near ramen yet, but we're eating well. Anyway, I was meant to get up to 55C, but overshot. Let's cut in and see what's up. Just making this tweet scraper, which is actually working pretty good. If I come to dashboard, man, I'm loving working on this project. Let's go here. So basically, I won't do a demo here, but you can do that, and it will scrape your tweets. I'm not using the API yet. I don't really want to spend $200 right now, but we're scraping. I could get the user to just paste in their tweets, but it's a bit of a shit UX. Hopefully this works. It's going to make their tweets sound a lot more like them, which is kind of the main aim right now. I can see myself doing more stuff with the X API, so in future maybe we'll just use that. But I think this is a good middle ground for now. Gets the job done, creates a magical experience, and yeah, sweet. This might be the best steak I've ever cooked. It's not actually a steak, is it? So I don't know what the name is. It doesn't look super medium rare there, but that's just the outside. But that season, the top is so good and the fat's really soft. Could have probably done and the outside's crispy. Oh, but guys, I'm cooking some eggs. It's Sunday morning. I've got a golf match soon. Cook some eggs and salmon, and I've had Claude code cracking away for only about 5 minutes. If this is just one-shot scheduling in my app, ignore the pirate stuff, schedule in 1 minute. If this has, no, I was gonna say, let's not be silly here. Let's not one-shot, that would be insane. See if we can get it though. Actually, that error was because I was waiting on the page. Let's schedule it again. 1 minute, 9:34. No, it's because 10:35. Let's do that. No, it failed to schedule. All right, let's not get too excited then. Close. All right, let's give it another go. Can we do it? Can we do it? Schedule 1 minute. No, why did it do 10:37? 10:37. It's actually been scheduled. If this goes through, whilst I'm cooking my eggs, this is actually mad. Just keep an eye on it. It's 36. No tweet yet. I actually don't even know if Trigger's connected though. I don't think we've got a Trigger server working, so I don't think this is gonna work. Yo, well that eggs and Claude sesh, I think that's the last clip we had of the week. So if you did make it this far, maybe you had this on in the background, but a lot of respect there, a lot of respect for the hustle. And maybe this is the way that this content gets consumed, like maybe while you're having a bit of dinner, maybe in the background while you're doing a bit of Claude coding. You know the vibe. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I know it's been super rocky. I have been filming the last couple of weeks as well. So hopefully we'll keep getting better. But yeah, gonna try to keep things pretty low-key, pretty chill. I've just run it through Descript to kind of remove some of the big silences and stuff, which has done a pretty good job. Makes my life a lot easier. But yeah, like I said, if you're still here, thank you, and I'll catch you in a bit.